The play tools were designed for research. As such, they underwent a very rigorous process of development, such that we developed good face validity, which means that it makes sense what they're measuring. We developed really good content validity by having an expert group of over 25 different individuals meet together and say what skills should be assessed and how. And then we went on to look at the retest reliability of the instrument, which means that we said, hey, if we measure it one day on a group of children and then we measure it another day on a group of children, and there's been not much time in between, those measurements should have a high level of agreement. And for sure, the Play Fun tool and many of the other tools exhibit very, very good to excellent retest reliability. We even went further than that and tested their inter-rater reliability. So what we did there was we took one observer and another observer who didn't communicate with each other and had them observe the same children. And we wanted to make sure that these two trained observers basically would have the same score overall for the child using any one of the tools. And indeed, there was very good to excellent inter-rater reliability that was observed with this tool. The other benefit of the Play Fun tool is that it does not exhibit ceiling effects. And this is a vitally important aspect of this tool. Because it uses a VAS scale that goes from 0 to 100, and 100 can only be achieved by one person in the world, and you have 18 different tasks that go from 0 to 100, you can derive a composite or average score over from 0 to 100, and that will never, ever reach 100 for any individual person in the world. It's impossible. Therefore, that you don't exhibit a ceiling effect. In many other tools that test motor development in children, you will rank children as 5 out of 5, and yet their proficiency in executing that skill, their competence in executing that skill is different even though they're ranked the same. That's called a ceiling effect. This tool does not exhibit a ceiling effect. And we need to understand that from the basic acquired level of the skill all the way up to perfect proficiency, that you basically have a 50 millimeter scale that can assess them for that. So recapping, the Play Fun tool and the whole suite has very good validity overall. It has excellent reliability, inter-rater and intra-observer reliability. It doesn't exhibit a ceiling effect. And finally, it is very sensitive to change. It's responsive to a child with an intervention. In as little as 1 or 2 weeks of dedicated lesson plans to any tasks, this tool can easily demonstrate changes over time and changes between groups, between, say, boys and girls in grade 4. It can even look between different sports or different programs. The responsiveness of tool is very, very important to have. And the last feature of the Play Fun tool is that it has a high level of interpretability. What that means is that if you look at the scores that come from the Play Fun tool, you can actually see that the overall score is a ranking of the physical literacy of the child. It also breaks down the score based on your locomotion, your upper limb and lower limb object control, as well as balance and body control movements. That means that you can use the output of the Play Fun instrument and interpret it to give you a good evaluation of any child or a good evaluation of any program.